Hello, welcome. This is for people who need something to do for their game and to spice it up, but don't want to watch very fast videos because they're too fast. Now, today I'll be teaching you how to add, like rougher terrain. How to add terrain to your game. If you see, that was just an example, but this is my game. Has lots of terrain. You can have little flat areas. I'll teach you how to do it with this called right here. It's called Pro Builder. It's very helpful. It also adds this right here. It'll stretch out your instead of just stretching out your textures, it'll actually duplicate your textures without you having to do anything. And it does come with this very nice like default texture with whatever you spawn in. And I like to use it for like the doorways. But other than that, let's just get right into it. Which basically getting into it is just all you have to do is go to your game project and download Pro Builder, which you have to go to Assets, Import Package, or Custom Package, or you can do that through there by just downloading it. Or you can do is go to Windows, Asset, Package Manager, and search up Pro Builder and change this to Unity Register. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. But all you got to do is just type in Pro or not. Let me spell this correctly. Sorry. But you'll just type in Pro Builder there. I already have it, so I'm not going to import it. But you'll type it in there. And if you want more tutorials, just let me know. But once you do have that, is you want to spawn in a plane, which this is how you're supposed to do it. You want to go to your hierarchy, and then go down to Pro Builder. Not 3D Object, Pro Builder. And that's how it works. But before you do that, you have to go to Tools. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now. But you gotta go to Tools, Pro Builder, and then Import Pro Builder window. Which that will do is just import that, you see. Now, they'll bring this little option menu up, and this here, right here. And you can move it around and show whatever you want it to be. But what you want, I like it there because it's just easier to manage with. Then you want to go here, go to your hierarchy, Pro Builder, and then for the floor, I would use Plane. And right here, you see, you can already see it looks different from like a normal plane. You want to get your texture on before you start editing it. So I have a little texture in my materials. If I go here, I can put on my grass texture. And you'll already notice that this is more like things. What you want to go is you want to go up to here, click on this. What you want to do is just edit all these vertices to look a little different. And you can edit them to be rougher, flatter, deeper, whatever you want them to be. You can move them for like more detailed things. This is just a basic little ground. Move it up a little bit. And you can change it so it looks a little different. You move the vertices, all that. You just want to get a grass texture and put that in. When you have that in, you basically just move it around. Little wave. Sorry. But you can just edit each of these vertices. Make sure you're on this so you can actually move them. What I say is just don't go too deep or go too high. Just make it, a reasonable amount before your texture breaks. And make it realistic, not, basically breaking it. So look, I will always find little areas where I messed up. And whenever you have it, is basically just you'll get better at it over time. mean, this took me like, I don't know, hour. You see, and most of the time you'll find this little glitch with your texture. All you have to do is just move the texture a little bit. Move the vertex where it's happening. And that'll usually fix it, you see. But that'll happen a lot. And what you always want to do is just go around and check the edges. But if you really want to do it lazy, I guess you could just control and copy it. But what I like to do is either make 5 or 4 and just copy that and edit it for the situation. But if you really want to be that lazy, I guess you could do that. I'm not saying that you're lazy, but, you know, put some effort in, and you'll get some pretty nice ground textures and terrain. But let's see. Let's put this in, since I took the time and effort to make this. And you can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want it to be. But if you want textures and stuff like that, just go to my Discord and ask for like different textures. This is my wood texture, this is my grass texture, these are my 2 different stone textures. But what else Pro Builder can do is, you can also, let's say you want to make a nice little floor, but you don't want your textures to be stretched, because this is what it looks like normally. Let me just delete this plane because I'm not going to use it. And delete this one as the example. Beginning. But let's say you want to make a little house and you just want to have it there. And make it, you know, you spawn in your cube, you know, you bring it over here. Bring your cube over. Or to have a great time, you know. I'm gonna build my house, yada yada yada, whatever you want to say. You drag your texture on, right? And you start, you know, making your house, right? And you're like, that looks disgusting because my textures are stretched. Now look, sometimes you do want your texture to be stretched, but most times you don't. So this is how you fix it with Pro Builder. What you want to do is just delete that because it's ugly and old. What you want to do is just go to Pro Builder and spawn in whatever you want to have. And Pro Builder has stuff like stairs, doorways, and other things. But today we're just going to be using the cube and the plane. And Pro Builder also tends to spawn it closer to you. And then you want to go up here and then you want to go to here. And then you can bring it out, and it automatically dupes the texture you see already. But if we bring this on, to our texture, you see it will repeat itself, and it looks much cleaner. And it just saves you the hassle of having to make multiple squares and stuff like that. And you can also, this is way better for editing, like floors and stuff. I mean, look at that. Instead of having to use this, you see, it's just so much easier using this. You can pick a certain side, and it's much easier. And this is how I make holes, by the way. It's a very easy way to make holes, and you can't really escape from them. So what I like to do is just shove people in holes, and then they're like, I'm stuck in a box. But that's how you make, you know, duplication. This will definitely help with your game, trust me. I didn't have it, and my textures looked really bad. But if you want any more tutorials, let me know. And goodbye.